So for the 100th episode, we are doing Attraction Rewind. Only this time we are bracket challenging all of the ones we've ever created throughout all of the episodes. So I'm super excited to see, just kind of revisit all of the ones that we've done, and just see what wins, I guess.
Mhm.
So the first one that we did was Peter Pan's Flight and Luigi's Rollickin' Roadsters. So this was actually yours, Armida.
Yes.
Do you want to talk about it a little bit?
Yeah. Give a brief little recap of her. She's a party in Peter Pan's treehouse with Luigi's ride track system. It's like a party with the Lost Boys. We have the lake floor with the makeshift pirate boats dancing around a statue of Peter Pan, fairy lights overhead, and then an animatronic of a Hook and Smee in the corner looking to capture Tinkerbell. That is my little Pan celebration happening there.
And then mine was Mystic Manor and Finding Nemo. So this was a trackless ride hunting down Nemo after he was kidnapped by that giant ship in the beginning of the first film. And you start right at the drop off and you go through the story of Finding Nemo. Except with this one, it's kind of more like you're interacting with everything. So you're constantly like bouncing off the jellyfish, or you're surfing through the EAC. It's more interactive, like Mystic Manor, just through the ride of Finding Nemo.
Mm-hmm.
So out of those two, which would you guys prefer to have at a Disney park?
I actually choose Mystic Manor and Finding Nemo, just to throw a little wild card out there. I would actually prefer to go on that.
Troy?
Peter Pan and Luigi's for my vote.
Ooh.
Okay. I actually really want Mystic Manor and Finding Nemo. I just think it would be like a really cool like plus to the ride.
Mm-hmm.
Because like the ride now is kind of like one of those things where it's just like Little Mermaid and you're just kind of sitting through it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not really like interactive. I feel like it'd be so much more fun if like you were in that environment and really a part of the story.
Mm-hmm.
You don't like In the Big Blue World?
Oh no, that's my favorite part. That is my creme de la creme of Little or Finding
That's
Nemo.
the best part of the ride. That's the only good part of the ride.
That's true.
All right, next was Monsters Inc. Antique Room and Rock and Roller Coaster and Dinosaur. I don't remember.
Was my
Troy.
Monsters Inc.
Episode 1 Attraction Rewind was Troy's Monsters Inc. Antique Room.
Basically, it's the Monsters Inc. track, but you're basically going through the story of Enchanted Tiki Room. Quick breakdown.
I really like
it.
that.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And then, was mine Rock and Roller Coaster?
Yep, and Dinosaur.
Oh, right. Okay, so it's a thrill ride featuring high anxiety rock and roll music, taking you back to the era of the dinosaurs. Elements of Velocicoaster, Dinosaur, Jurassic Park. Oh my gosh, and Rock and Roller Coaster. So they still have that same dinosaur at the end, but there's multiple launch sequences, like Velocicoaster, and that really really high music from Rock and Roller Coaster.
If you're wondering, this is why I wrote down all the descriptions of all the rides, because I knew he would forget the ones that he made.
Thank you.
He forgets.
Me too.
He
forgets things that he says like yesterday. So
there's also no name here. So
that's why I wrote it down on my phone, so I could tell you that you made it.
Real quick MVP to Armida for putting this together.
I know, right?
For listening to all these episodes and doing descriptions.
I did not see I forgot that the sun went down. I fell asleep at 8 p.m. and I woke up at 1.
Oh my goodness.
Fun.
And then I went to sleep at 3 and woke up at 5 in the morning. I haven't slept in hours.
All right, so which one are we choosing? Monsters Inc. and Tiki Room or Rock and Roller Coaster and Dinosaur?
I choose Monsters Inc. and Tiki Room.
Okay.
I'm choosing Rock and Roller Coaster and Dinosaur. I think it'd be fun.
Jared.
I'm a Tiki Room stan, so I want to see it with an actual ride.
I want my baby plus. I want to go Dinosaur.
All right.
And I actually had the pull up, so we have a way to break even.
Good.
Okay.
So Instagram poll said Monsters Inc. and Tiki Room.
What?
But it was also a tie with Rock and Roller Coaster and Dinosaur.
Well,
It was a tie.
so it's a tie all around.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go vote on it real quick. Hold on.
But I'll give it to
Vote.
Monsters Inc. and Tiki Room since you're already fixing that right now. So, all right. The next one was Astro Orbiter and Gadgets Go Coaster and Matterhorn and the Carousel.
Jared, do you want to see what I wrote for your Astro Orbiter and Gadgets Go Coaster?
Wait, why'd we pin both of mine together?
The spinner told me to.
Oh.
Yeah, it wasn't like us like actually choosing it. It was the spinner
Yeah.
wheel.
We don't like the spinner wheel. Astro Orbiter and Gadget Go Coaster was probably the least imaginative thing I've ever come up with on this podcast.
But Sky really liked it.
I know Sky liked it. That doesn't mean anything.
Wow. Okay. I know I'm basic, but geez.
Sappy and Savage on the 100th episode.
Is taken off of the podcast after this one.
He will no longer be dreaming a fantastic dream.
Kicks him out right now.
Just boots me from the Zoom.
Recording is stopped.
It's just the Toonie Space Mountain for kids. It's that's exactly what Armida wrote. That's all I can remember about it too.
Yep.
That's
That's what it came down to at the end of the day, was that it was just Toonie Space Mountain for kids.
Yeah, pretty much. The other one, Carousel and Matterhorn, which was also mine. It's Runaway Carousel. You're on the Matterhorn track, but you're on the back of the carousel horses, Tron Light Cycle style. And it takes you through the different fairy tale lands until you eventually end back up on the carousel.
I feel like this one is like unanimous. It's Matterhorn and the Carousel.
It's Matterhorn.
Yeah.
and Carousel.
Matterhorn and the carousel.
Yeah.
That's the favorite. That's my favorite ride I've created
It's
so far.
so that was your first one too.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was
love
really
that.
cool because it was like all like the different stories like coming together to one attraction.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people want to see that, especially in like the Disney parks. We have like the Society of Explorers and Adventurers, but we don't really
Mhm.
have like a universal like ride connecting all of them. So like when you did that, I feel like that was a really, really cool moment.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Spaceship Earth and Mr. Toad's Wild Ride and Rock and Roller Coaster and Slinky Dog Dash.
Those are both yours.
Yeah, aren't they? Yeah.
Yeah. They're
So
both yours.
here we go. Mr. Toad's Wild Ride and Spaceship Earth. We're keeping the Spaceship Earth track, but with the animals from Mr. Toad's Wild Ride telling their version of history as they see it. The spaceship blows up during the lunar landing on the moon, and you end up going to hell.
You gotta have the ending.
You gotta
end
keep
up in
that.
hell.
Why would you replace that? That's iconic. That's the
we
best
gotta,
part.
We gotta keep it. We can't not.
And Rock and Roller Coaster and Slinky Dog Dash. So this one was Slinky Dog Dash at night with a bunch of neon lights and Toy Story music overlaying the ride as you're going through the back of Slinky and Andy's backyard. But you're going through iconic set pieces from all the Toy Story movies instead of those neon signs and stuff like that you go through in Rock and Roller Coaster.
My vote is for Slinky Dog and Rock and Roller Coaster.
Mine as well.
Mm,
Jared.
Jared wants to go to hell.
Jared just wants to go on Spaceship Earth. Yeah, I'm gonna keep that vote.
I feel like the Spaceship Earth one and Mr. Toad would be just funny to watch and just see.
Mhm.
It'd be on the top 10 Disney fails.
It's still Dame Judi Dench voicing it.
No, but it's Mr. Toad just voicing everything.
Oh, it's Mr. Toad's
You gotta
voice,
keep Mr.
but
Toad's
the same,
voice,
but the
yeah.
same track. Oh,
With the same
God.
track, yeah.
Never mind. I'm changing it back to Rock.
Ah!
Changing it.
Rock and
Judi
Roller Coaster and
Dench is
Slinky
the
Dog
deciding
Dash.
factor.
Dame Judi Dench is the deciding factor for me, always. If they change her in the remodel, I'm gonna
I really don't think they would, honestly. It's such a like a known thing, and it's so special to so many people. Why would you change that? But then again, they
I'll throw
changed so
hands.
much Disney.
They've done that a
things,
lot,
So
yeah.
I don't know.
See if
All
it'll
right.
be brought
I
to you
know,
by
yeah.
Siemens.
Radiator Springs Racers and Enchanted Wish versus Small World and Water Rabbit.
Water Wabbit.
Water Rabbit. Roger
Water
Rabbit.
Wabbit.
Water Rabbit.
New favorite mess
New
up.
favorite mess up of 2021.
Arkansas.
Akershus Banquet Hall.
What?
I think these are both Troy's, actually.
They cannot be.
Can you stop forgetting me, please?
Wait, did you do Racers and Enchanted Wish?
Yes.
Yeah, she did.
Mine was Small World and Roger Rabbit.
I knew that his was Small World and Roger Rabbit.
Oh my god, we're gonna have a fight after this.
Then just put the names on them. Or you can read it. That's fine.
Okay, so for Radiator Racers and Enchanted Wish is basically a kiddie ride through Cars the movie. And it ends with overlooking the canyon, McQueen and Sally, and then Mater comes up on the helicopter. The end.
Mine was Small World and Roger Rabbit. So it's a dark ride version of Small World where you like it's a Small World replacing or it's a Small World overlaying Roger Rabbit, which is literally what this is. I don't know how to describe it. I don't know. Basically, it's a Small World and Roger Rabbit ride system, and you can spin and you see all the countries and everything.
Okay.
That was a horrible pitch.
Racers and Enchanted Wish for me.
Oh.
Yeah. Ditto.
Yeah, same.
All right, then my vote doesn't matter then. Okay.
I mean, it still matters.
That was so cute, but you're wrong. Because I'm outnumbered.
You were gonna vote for
What?
mine? Literal
I
lies.
was.
Whoa.
Literal
I was gonna vote
lies.
for
No,
it.
no,
Nobody
no.
wants
Wow.
Yeah.
I like spinning with the dolls on Small World.
You just like torturing Sky for It's a Small World.
A little, yeah.
Do you remember what I said
Oh.
about Small World?
I was about to say, do we know anymore, or does he like Small World now?
Not for that. I will tell you that. No. All right. Mission Space in Star Tours and Frozen and a Three Caballeros. So for Mission Space and Star Tours, this was pilot training for the Death Star, flying TIE fighters and becoming a pilot in the Imperial Academy, and eventually just taking out the Rebel base. It's going to be a lot like Mission to Space or Mission Space. Why did I say Mission to Space? Well, you're in that like cockpit with everyone else, but it's just going to be two people to fit that style of the TIE fighter. And then the other one was you. You ready?
You remember. It's because
Yeah.
it's Mexican, isn't it?
Yeah, kind of.
So Grand Fiesta Tour and Frozen Ever After, Yeet Frozen and all that stuff. And we put the Three Caballeros adventure into the ride system, giving us more of an adventurous feel as we are gliding through. Because I feel like Grand Fiesta Tour is not boring, but like boring. I still like it, but it's boring.
It's not boring, but it is.
I don't think that the slow boat system does the characters justice.
Mhm.
So I
get
think the
that.
more like tumultuous boat adventure of the original Maelstrom system is better to tell their story. So it's same concept, just that system instead.
And
Okay.
There'd actually be stuff instead of just screams.
Right?
I think that's
That
like
is
the
true.
big part for me of why I don't really like enjoy Three Caballeros is just because of the screens. I want it to be more like, I'm not saying that it's not authentic because it totally is. It just like there's like a weird, like there's a weird disconnect.
It's not authentic. I just want to put that out there. That ride is a raging stereotype. I love
Yeah.
her, but she's a raging stereotype. But I love her.
Okay. So, are we going Mission Space and Star Tours or Frozen and the Three Caballeros?
We going Three Caballeros and Frozen.
Okay,
Mine's Mission Space and Star Tours.
Armida.
Oh shoot.
She's gonna choose.
I hoped I would have been outnumbered, or I hoped y'all would have had to decide for me. I'm gonna pick Three Caballeros, honestly.
I'm gonna go Mission Space and Star Tours,
Oh
and
shoot.
the winner was Mission Space and Star Tours.
Oh well,
Mission
there
Space
go
and Star
the
Tours.
Mexicans.
To me, I feel like would be
Great.
like the beginning of Rise, but instead you're doing it, you know?
That'd be so sick if you're like the one piloting on Rise.
That would
Yeah,
be.
that'd
I mean,
be cool, man.
Mm-hmm.
Up
Could you
next
imagine?
is Slinky Dog Dash and Radiator Springs Racers versus Dinosaur and Star Tours.
I love this.
I don't know
Who's the
who had
first
that
one?
one.
Who forgot that they had that one?
me. I don't know.
Yep, that's you, Troy.
Which
Slinky
one?
Dog and Radiator Springs Races is yours.
Mine's Dinosaur and Star Tours.
Yep. Troy's like, oh,
Um,
beats me.
Oh yeah. This is right. This is right. So basically, Toy Story is taking over Radiator Springs Racers, and basically you just go through Andy's room, and at the end, you do a quick little Slinky Dog dash out of there, a quick little race, take a photo, and you're done.
So it's the exact same ride, but with Toy Story characters.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dinosaur and Star Tours. I kept Dinosaur's ride system. The idea behind this was being pod race style on Tatooine. You're in a speeder with Luke pretty much, and you're bob and weaving, you're trying to get first place, and in the end you go into the crate dragon instead of the dinosaur.
All right, Armida, I'm gonna let you start.
Okay, I am gonna go with Dinosaur and Star Tours.
Yeah, same. I think that'd be really, really cool because
Yeah.
I've
I
always
love-
wanted like a pod race style ride.
Yeah, I also like the kind of earthy and groundedness of that ride for Star Wars because we don't have anything like that.
Right. All right. Troy, yours was Mater, Junkyard Jamboree and the Crystal Grotto, and then Figment and Roger Rabbit.
Wait, who won that? Only you two voted.
I thought
Oh.
it was unanimous.
Yeah, I thought it was unanimous.
Oh, I guess it is.
He just wanted to rub
Sorry.
it in. Just kidding.
Sorry.
So, Major Junkyard Jamboree and Crystal Grotto. So basically, Major Junkyard Jamboree would be taking over Crystal Grotto, and you'd kind of like the Mater Tale shorts. You'd be seeing different scenes of Mater and his many adventures. And at the end, in the little cave scene section, would be Mater in the sky with the UFO. And then Figment and Roger Rabbit. My least favorite one, actually. Basically, Roger Rabbit would be taking over Journey to Imagination. Can we vote for Mater's Junkyard Jamboree, please?
I was going to actually because I love you seem when I watched it back, you were so excited about Mater's Tall Tales. You were like, what I have to read these out because it was so fun. You were like, Tokyo Mater, Mater the Greater, Rescue Squad Mater, unidentified Mater. And I was like, oh, he knows what he's talking about. Okay.
Mater's my favorite character. I love cars. Mater's my favorite character. I love it so much. Figment and Roger Rabbit was my first one. The first ever attraction rewind was I think that was my first one that I got. I didn't know anything about Journey to Imagination. That was just no.
Yeah.
But if you guys had to choose, which one would you guys choose?
Definitely Mater in the Crystal Grotto.
Mater and Crystal Grotto.
Mater in the Crystal Grotto it is.
Mater the Crystal Grotto, yes.
All right, so this was mine, Incredicoaster and Monsters Inc. versus Small World and Soren.
That one's mine.
I love Smorld and Soren.
All right, so the Incredicoaster and Monsters Inc. So this was the Incredicoaster with a Monsters Inc. overlay, hunting down Randall as he kidnapped Boo, and each of the tunnels that you go through on the Incredicoaster was themed to a different door, and the inside was going to be like a projection of like another place, so you'd see that kind of play out, and then you'd have Randall hanging on the bottom as he grabs Boo, and kind of just like in each tunnel have them kind of fight each other trying to win her back.
Then Small World and Soren is we're keeping the Soren track and we're taking out the video. Only here's the thing, not really. We're just animating it. And we're putting Small World dolls all throughout it as little itty bitty people. And instead of the Soren music, it's a Small World now.
All right, what are you guys choosing?
In every relationship, there are two different kinds of people. Those who like Small World and those who do not.
The truth has been spoken. I'm gonna go with Incredicoaster and Monsters Inc.
I'm doing Soren and Small World. You already know.
I'm doing Soren and Small World.
I'm doing Incredicoaster and Monsters Inc.
Let's
Actually,
go to
you
the
won
polls.
this.
Let's see those polls.
Incredibles and Monsters Inc.
No.
No, I'm like serious. I wouldn't cheat it either.
Boring.
Boring.
Yeah.
It's only boring because you're scared of it.
No, it's boring because it's boring.
Oh right, that was such a good comeback. I'm so proud
Great
of
rebuttal.
you. Yeah, right.
Amazing.
He said,
rebuttal.
"Hey, honestly, you said you're proud of me. I'll take it."
You still lost, so. All right, Barnstormer and Autopia versus Midway Mania and the Mad Tea Party.
These are both mine. So Barnstormer and Autopia was actually my first one ever. And this was surprisingly easy for me. It's kind of like that vintage, like quote unquote futuristic theme. That was the original concept of Tomorrowland in the 1960s. But it's on the Barnstormers like kiddie roller coaster track. So instead of like taking a slow ride through these like iconic pieces, we're taking a fast ride through them essentially. And the cart are it's a little car.
Wow.
And then Midway Mania and Mad Tea Party is a gaming system going through the Mad Tea Party setting. So basically you're just making mayhem and all kinds of stuff. It's each like room is a section of the table. And then the end is the exploding birthday cake for the final bonus round. Once you're done, boom.
Boom.
I'm gonna go Barnstormer and Autopia just because I love the original Autopia and like how they had all those like different, cars everywhere and like different show scenes. I don't know. As cheesy as Barnstormer is, I do love it. And it's one of those kiddie rides. I love it so much more than Gadget's Go Coaster. That thing terrifies me. So
you love everything more than Gadget's Go Coaster.
So we're gonna go Barnstormer and Autopia.
I'm going Midway Mania and Mad Tea Party. I love the game type attractions and I love Alice in Wonderland. So I'm choosing that one.
Going Barnstormer and Autopia.
All right, it's down to you, Armida.
It's like picking between my children. My lesser extraordinary children. I think honestly, I was reluctant to do Midway Mania and Tea Party, so I'll do Barnstormer and Autopia.
Okay, cool.
But thank you for liking it, Troy.
I love it.
I did not. So thank
With
you
the
for
full time.
liking
Like,
it.
I could just imagine the like floor being like a table, and because it's in Wonderland, it like twists and winds and stuff.
Mhm.
That'd
And
be
there'd
so
like,
fun though.
A bunch of different
Yeah.
like teapots and like characters pop out. You can make targets grow bigger and smaller.
Oh,
I don't
that'd be
know.
cool. I didn't even think
Um,
about that.
Wait, did we all, each of us, go up against each other?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
I'm
think
about to go up
so.
against myself again.
Sad face. Continue.
It'll get there. It'll get to the point where we're versing each other. It just happened that some of the ones that we did happened to
Yeah, we have a
be the
lot.
ones that we
So
had. Yeah.
That's true.
Up next is Tower of Terror and Runaway Railway versus Mine Train and Navi River Journey.
It's my favorite child versus the middle child. I'm gonna start with Mine Train and Navi River Journey because I have less to say about her. It's the Mine Train track, but I was obsessed with the Tron Light Cycles style for some reason. So you're on the back of the Navi horses going through the land of Avatar, and that's all I can say about that one.
yeah, that's pretty easy though. So
But that's really cool.
Yeah. I don't know. I just don't like it. Anyway,
it's your middle child.
It's the middle child. Not bad, but and for my favorite, my baby, Tower of Terror and Runaway Railway. It's a ride through vintage Hollywood. When you go up to the Hollywood Tower Hotel, the lightning strikes the tower and your car goes into a frenzy, going into the Twilight Zone and ending up in modern day. And you arrive at Tower of Terror as you see
Exit,
it
right? Mhm.
currently.
I'm choosing that one.
I
Tower of
cannot
Terror.
not go Tower of Terror.
Yeah,
You
I
gotta
would
do
also
it.
choose
That's
that.
so
That's
cool.
really good. That's the only way that I will be able to enjoy Tower of Terror without wanting to die.
You don't like Tower of Terror?
I can't. The straight drops. Okay, context. The rise drop was a lot for me.
Oh,
That's
okay.
fair.
Yeah. You can ask him. I literally was like holding on to him for dear life.
I love a good drop.
I love drops, dude. I literally in Florida, I would go on like this drop tower that was 300 feet straight down. It would
Oh
flip
my
you
gosh.
upside down, so you'd stare at the ground, and it would hang you for like 20 seconds. So you're just like free floating, and then it would drop you.
That's a bit much.
No, thank you. Tower of Terror / Guardians is as much as I can handle. Like that's. I'm good.
Armina's like terrified right now.
Armina's gonna cry for another reason.
Are you okay?
No.
Yeah, it was so fun.
Oh no.
My dad was
mom and I-
screaming and freaking out, but it was good.
My mom and I would always look at each other though and be like, up or down? We're going up or down first.
Oh god.
All right, Frozen and Gadgets Go Coaster and Winnie the Pooh versus Spider-Man.
No.
Was it
Uh,
who was
I
Frozen?
hope none of these were me because I
Was it
don't
you?
remember.
I wasn't either of these.
That was Armida.
Both of them?
No, I was Spider-Man, I think.
Oh, sorry, never mind.
Web Slingers and Winnie the Pooh with Sky. And I think that's the funniest combination of rides I've ever heard in my life. Web Slingers and Winnie the Pooh. That makes me giggle. And he's wearing his Spidey suit when he made it, which I love. But I did Frozen and Gadgets Go Coaster, and I specifically remember him being upset that I kept Gadgets Go Coaster's system. And then when I put Frozen 2 on it, I made up for it. So each corner you turn, you're interacting with the different spirits in the forest. It's surrounded and covered by the big tall trees, so you kind of don't know where you're going next. And there's an animatronic of Kristoff sulking on a rock. And when you go through the
I'm
tunnel,
lost in the woods.
and when you go through the tunnel, Olaf peeks out his head and goes, Samantha.
I love that.
And then Winnie the Pooh and Spider-Man. Give me one sec. So this is a gaming system of Winnie the Pooh themed like Midway Mania and their like styled games. The climactic ending battle with the Heffalumps and Moozles launching honey at them. So you're literally fighting the demons of Winnie the Pooh.
Of course, you had to put it like that.
It's what it is.
Ooh, as much as I love web slingers. It's probably one of my favorite attractions at the moment, at least. I love it, and I love Winnie the Pooh. Y'all know Winnie the Pooh.
Oh yes, Troy and I were front row Winnie the Pooh freaking
Mhm.
out.
The Frozen concept. I just think, that like, I like that a little bit more.
As much as I love Winnie the Pooh, I'm going with Frozen and Gadget Go Coaster.
Okay. And then Kilimanjaro Safari and the Carousel of Progress.
There's
And
a big, beautiful Safari.
Pixar Pal Around, and Autopia.
I have not been able to stop singing that. He's gotten so mad at me. Every now and then I'm just like, there's a great, big, beautiful safari. And he's like, shut up.
That one was mine. Kilimanjaro Safari and Carousel of Progress. Whose was Autopia and Pixar Pal Around?
Sky.
That was mine.
This is going to be hard for me, just so you guys are aware. This is going to be very difficult.
All right, I'll let you start, Troy.
Okay, so mine was basically Carousel of Progress attraction system, and basically it's just like a zoo, and then the people just like talk about the animals that are in the middle. That sounds terrible. That sounds
So
so
it's
bad.
like,
I
wasn't it
like it.
every room was like themed to like different animals and like
Yeah,
different
so, like,
areas.
yeah, like, I mean, I don't know, maybe like a gorilla room, and then the room turns and it's like polar bear exhibit or something. I don't know.
There's a great, big,
Beautiful safari.
This is gonna be on iTunes.
Coming soon.
And then mine was Autopia and the Pixar Pal Around. So it is
Whoa.
the Autopia ride track system. Each car is themed to a Pixar character, and you go through iconic Pixar set pieces like Paradise Falls, the buoys with the birds from Finding Nemo, the rocks from Brave with Mordu, and then the Inside Out memory bank from obviously Inside Out.
Did you
And
just
there was
say-
more, but
Did you just call it the memory bank?
yeah,
Interesting.
so it's like the area where all the memories are held. So it's all those like balls that are like.
That was
coming
the
down.
word specifically
Mhm.
used on that episode.
Yeah, that's what it's called in the movie.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I'll
it's
have
a
to
weird.
rewatch it then.
Yeah.
After we watch Inside Out.
So what are you guys thinking?
I think Armida and I are on the same page.
No, I have no idea what to do.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
There's a great, big, beautiful safari.
No, but I
All right,
oh
Kilimanjaro Safaris.
no, I really love Autopia and Pixar Pal. Like, okay, if you go back and watch the episode, I literally cannot form a sentence while he's presenting that. I'm trying to like give my thoughts and I just keep stopping myself. Like that was one of my favorite moments. And it caught me so off guard too. Because I thought he was going to use it to torture me. So I love that concept. So I'm going to go with that one.
All right, Troy.
I'm choosing Autopia and Pixar Pal Around. That sounds real awesome to me.
I'm gonna go Autopia and Pixar Pal Around.
But I do
Ah.
love the Great Big Beautiful Safari. I really do. I love that. When I died,
you.
but like
That was
oh,
my like, last hurrah.
it's fun, but Autopia and Pixar Pal Around like really hit different for me.
Yeah.
I think it's because it's such like a different ride,
Yeah.
like connecting all these like really really awesome Pixar movies.
mean,
I think
I-
that's what really brought it together.
Mhm.
It's 50% that, 50% simp.
That's fair.
Because my boyfriend made it.
And then the last ones are Runaway Railway and Grizzly River Rapids and Rock and Roller Coaster and Splash Mountain.
Oh, that's me. I had 3 left and it was like this one and like 2 others and I was like, I'll get rid of one, it's mine. So yeah, so I ended up with these 2 going head to head. And so the first one is Splash Mountain and Rock and Roller Coaster. These 3 told me exactly what they wanted and I gave them kind of that, but not really. So the experience is the system of Rock and Roller Coaster with the Disneyland Fun version of Zippity Doo Dah overlay.
When you know it is a thrill when you go downhill
Mm-mm.
because you're riding on a mountain of your own free will.
Eh.
It's so good. I don't know what you're talking about.
And you're going past the neon signs, the neon homages to the American Southeast with the bayou, the swamp, New Orleans, and it ends with a little like neon splash at the very end. And then Runaway Railway at Grizzly River Rapids, which is something I never thought I'd ever say, but I kept the water ride system. And I overlaid it with Mickey and Friends with the new cartoon. And they're on a camping, Mickey and Minnie are on a camping trip gone wrong. The giant bear shows up, all that tomfoolery. So yes.
Zip
I
zip
really
zip
like-
zip 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 zippity doo dah.
Gross.
I feel like I already know
day.
Jared's answer.
Runaway
all know
Railway.
Jared's answer.
Yeah.
I'm choosing that one too. That concept of camp gone wrong, and
It's
just-
cute,
it's
isn't
so
it?
Good.
Funny
yeah.
enough, I was also gonna go Runaway Railway and Grizzly River Rapids.
All right, that's
Plus,
fine.
we need a water ride.
Yeah, her favorite. Armita's
God,
favorite.
no.
She made a water ride, so we chose the water ride.
I mean, they're
Jesus.
both water rides, though.
No, Splash
No.
Mountain Rock and Roller Coaster.
Oh, I guess that is Rock and Roller
It's a
Coaster.
roller
Yeah,
coaster.
yeah, that's true.
It's a roller coaster, honey.
You got me simping over Splash that I was too carried away with it.
Or at least I got you to simp somehow.
Simpity doo da, simpity yay.
Ah,
My oh my, what a